What if Goku had never arrived on Earth and never formed the Z Warriors? Without the legendary Saiyans to protect them, humanity faces the looming threats alone. How would Universe 7 fare with this turn of events? Krillin would now perhaps become the pillar of Earth's defense, alongside Master Roshi, and maybe with warriors like Yamcha, Tien, and others. They would unite and become a force to be reckoned with. Krillin would have to train tirelessly with his allies, potentially unlocking new levels of power, all to protect the Earth. As threats intensified, the Earth Warriors would stand out in epic battles, each bringing their unique talents to protect the planet. Krillin's training leads them to new heights, with innovative techniques and an unbreakable fighting spirit. With the world's fate in their hands, the Earthlings, reinforced by Bulma's intelligence, prove that they don't need Saiyans to be the greatest heroes in the universe. Or do they? Well, with or without them, I don't know if everything would be fine, but I do know that without you, nothing here would be good. So, I ask for your help by subscribing, leaving a like, and hitting the notification bell. That's how I start today's video, with this what if. Come with me to explore before the Saiyans' arrival and see Earth's outcome. Let's dive in. In this multiverse of possibilities in Dragon Ball, Goku never went to Earth, leaving it either unprotected or unattempted to conquer, given the Saiyans' original objectives. Therefore, we have infinite possibilities. What would happen to Earth, and would it still be standing? That's what we're discussing today. But before anything, what's your opinion? What would change throughout Universe 7? Well, there are many things to consider, and various factors that were only possible with Goku on Earth, starting with the greatest threat, the Saiyan warrior race. The Saiyans learned about Goku on Earth because of Raditz, Goku's older brother. Raditz was sent to Earth to find Goku, known as Kakarot among the Saiyans, and convince him to join the remaining Saiyans in planet conquest. Raditz discovered Goku's location and his refusal to fulfill his original mission to destroy Earth. He then informed Vegeta and Nappa, two other powerful Saiyan warriors, which led to their arrival on Earth and the ensuing events. But without Goku on Earth, the Saiyans wouldn't go there. Not at that exact moment. And if they did, it would be with more people, possibly with Frieza's army, as the destruction of the Saiyan planet had nothing to do with Earth itself. Things would be the same, and maybe Goku would have died there, as he was a low-class warrior. But what if they came to Earth to conquer it? Who among everyone would be able to defend it? Keep in mind that Piccolo was the strongest at that time, aside from Goku, and without Goku, there would be no Piccolo either. I'll explain why later in the video. Anyway, the Earthlings would have to defend themselves. The strongest, Mercenary Tao, Master Roshi, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Kaiatsu the Ox King, and even Baba and Kami with their magic, knowing about the Dragon Balls, could make some kind of wish. But maybe they'd only handle Raditz. Actually, not even him, because the wishes granted have limitations based on the creator's power. Shenron cannot grant wishes that exceed his creator's power, and Kami was definitely weaker than Raditz. However, we don't know if Kami's magic could handle it, so it's up for debate. What he could wish for, though, is for Shenron to unlock the warrior's powers, thus making Krillin the Earth's Super Saiyan. Krillin in the Tournament of Power is considered considerably stronger than Goku in his Super Saiyan form during the Namek saga in Dragon Ball Z. Over the years, Krillin has trained intensely and improved his abilities. In the Tournament of Power, he demonstrated advanced skills and techniques, becoming a more formidable fighter than Super Saiyan Goku during Frieza's time. His growth and evolution are impressive. So yes, Krillin would become the pillar of Earth. Based on this, Piccolo would be the strongest, as he currently surpasses many warriors because of his awakening in the Super Broly movie and the manga. But as I said earlier, I'd explain later. Piccolo might not be among the warriors. Perhaps there could be another way for him to return, and then he would indeed be the strongest. However, Krillin would be stronger than Emperor Frieza. The current Krillin, with his enhanced abilities and combat experience, would have a good chance of defeating the Frieza who fought Goku on Namek. During that battle, Frieza was in his final form, but he had not yet reached the power levels we later saw, like Golden Frieza. Krillin, with his constant training and advanced techniques, has become a much more powerful warrior than he was back then and would have a real chance of winning that fight. And we could even place Master Roshi at a higher level, considering what he did in the Tournament of Power manga. It was no joke. During the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super, Master Roshi showed a glimpse of Ultra Instinct. He used an advanced technique resembling Ultra Instinct, allowing his body to react reflexively and automatically in combat. It was a surprising moment, highlighting Master Roshi's innate wisdom and skill, even at his old age. He proved to be an incredibly skilled fighter, capable of surprising even the most powerful opponents.
Impressive, right?
But that's basically it. And also, if it were the case, of course, the intelligence of Dr. Gero and Bulma, Earth could protect itself from many other enemies, like Cell, who was created by Dr. Gero. So, he wouldn't be the enemy, but if there were enemies like Majin Buu, it would play out like this. Despite needing the Saiyan's power to revive Majin Buu, and without that power, his resurrection would take longer, but not be impossible. Even if Dr. Gero and Bulma joined forces and created androids as strong as 17 and 18, which was only possible with Goku's help during the battles, they would still fall short if Buu came to Earth with Babidi. That's because the current Krillin wouldn't be able to defeat Majin Buu. After all, Goku in Super Saiyan 3 couldn't beat him, nor could Vegeta in Super Saiyan 2. But if it came, it would be a victory for evil. But if not, then everything would be normal on Earth. Well, there could even be the Tournament of Power, but that was directly requested by Goku. Goku requested the Tournament of Power in Dragon Ball Super after meeting Zeno, the king of all, and discovering that he was bored and wanted to host an exciting event. Goku suggested the idea of a tournament between the universes, where the strongest fighters from each universe would compete against each other. Zeno liked the idea and decided to organize the Tournament of Power, but with a dangerous twist. The losing universes would be erased from existence. So, Goku, along with the other fighters from Universe 7, had to fight not only to prove their strength, but to ensure the survival of their universe. And without that request, Earth would have been destroyed anyway, because I believe the winner would have been Jiren, and he wouldn't have made the same wish as 17, so everything would have been erased as per the original plan. Zeno, the king of all, was concerned with the excessive universes and the low quality of life in some of them, and with Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan already being considered weak, this was because there was also Majin Buu and Frieza. Imagine without them. Well, that's what could have happened. Let's get to know some of the enemies Goku made along the way, because if it weren't for this, many things wouldn't have been possible. When Goku was a child, he faced several notable enemies, each bringing unique challenges. This happened when he arrived on Earth, and after hitting his head and being taken in by Gohan, many of them, like Pilaf, a clumsy villain who wanted to use the Dragon Balls to dominate the world, were among Goku's first antagonists. But starting from here, everything would have ended because Pilaf freed Piccolo Daimao. This happened during the King Piccolo Saga arc in Dragon Ball. Pilaf, Mai, and Shu found an electric rice cooker that contained Piccolo Daimao, sealed by Mutato many years ago. Pilaf, seeking to use Piccolo Daimao's power to dominate the world, freed the demon. However, this decision ended up triggering a series of catastrophic events as Piccolo Daimao returned to spread chaos and destruction, becoming one of the greatest challenges Goku faced in his childhood. Piccolo Daimao, or King Piccolo, is the evil part of Kami-sama, the guardian of Earth. Thousands of years ago, they were one being that split into two, with Kami representing good and Piccolo Daimao representing evil. Piccolo Daimao spread terror across Earth until he was sealed by Master Mutato using a technique called Mafuba, which trapped him in an electric rice cooker. This act cost Mutato his life, but it brought temporary peace to Earth until Pilaf freed him. Master Kami tried to use the Mafuba against Piccolo Daimao, but failed, which highlights even more the difficulty and risk involved in using this technique. Then Kami-sama would have had to restore Shenlong, and a series of factors would have occurred, but on the other hand, this wouldn't have been a problem. Pilaf only got the Dragon Balls with Bulma's help, and the 4-star ball, the same one Goku inherited from his grandfather, Gohan, was one of the hardest to obtain in the classic series. When Goku, Bulma, and the others tried to recover it from the Red Ribbon Army. They faced a series of brutal challenges. General Blue, Tao Pai Pai, and the challenges at Master Karen's tower were significant obstacles, and only by Goku pushing himself to his limits were they able to recover the ball, making their quest epic and full of action. But this brings us another enemy, the Red Ribbon Army, which had Tao Pai Pai, who defeated Goku, forcing him to train harder. Until then, he would have been the strongest human on Earth. The Red Ribbon Army was a powerful and well-equipped military organization, with the goal of collecting all the Dragon Balls to dominate the world. They had various soldiers, generals, and talented scientists, including the infamous Dr. Gero, who created powerful androids. If Goku didn't exist, the Red Ribbon Army could have achieved their evil plans. They would have used the Dragon Balls to wish for world domination, eliminating any opposition and establishing a totalitarian regime. Without Goku to face them, the Earthlings would have had enormous difficulties resisting their advanced forces and superior technology. Basically, the Red Ribbon Army would have turned the world into a place of oppression and control, exploiting resources and people for their own gain, and any resistance would have been brutally crushed. Goku's presence was crucial in preventing these plans from materializing, showing the difference a single hero can make against evil forces. But as I said up top, the Earth could have been dominated by either the Saiyans or the Red Ribbon Army. And even if all of this could have been avoided, if Pilaf still managed to bring Piccolo Daimao back, he would have taken his revenge, but would have died at the hands of the Saiyans anyway. That's it, guys. There's much more to say about what could have happened, but maybe another time. Do you agree or disagree with something from the video? Comment below, and if I missed anything, feel free to mention it too. Thanks for being with us once again, and see you next time. Peace.